I'm Vickie, the founder of VISSI. It is such an honor to have me today to share about my sustainable fashion journey. So before I start to share about my sustainable fashion journey, let me introduce myself first. Actually, I'm a fashion designer for about 20 years, and I work for quite a lot of local fashion brand and also the international fashion brand. And also got quite a lot of international exposure, my collection have been launched at Copenhagen Fashion Week, London Fashion Week, or Tokyo Fashion Week. So apart from that, I also not just only doing design because of my work. Because of my work, so I'm not just only on design, but also start from develop the fabrics and also the product developments and also the brand development, and finally I also have the exposure and the work on how to distribute our works and the products in international. So all of my knowledge and the experience that bring me, and at 2018 that I start my sustainable fashion brand, and also my sustainable fashion as a fashion design studio, and also me as a fashion design consultant. So, but what bring me to sustainable fashion? So I think maybe we can go back to my journey in when I worked for the international company. I guess all you may know that actually sustainable fashion is not new for the international, and it's already have many years for them to develop whatsoever on the country that have their own policy, and also for the whatever the corporates and the big brand that they have their own path and or their own pathway there to have go to sustainable fashion. So then therefore, and when I work for them, then I already have the knowledge and also the idea, the know-how to whatsoever from the fabrics and also the design to work out the sustainable fashion. But the most significant point for me is at 2017 when I went to Copenhagen Fashion Week. Actually, it's quite impactful to me that at the moment, also as normal that I launched my fashion collection there, but I found that most of the fashion designers there and the fashion brand there, they already have their own fashion concept and fashion idea that to demonstrate into their own collection. So I think of that is not just about materials, but it can be design, it can be work as like a designer to work out our sustainable fashion. So therefore, when I'm back Hong Kong, so I started 2018, then I start my own business. I think of that, how to integrate this concept and idea into my business. And I also found that at the moment, it's not that popular, it's talking about sustainable fashion, but for me, I will think of this, it should be my brand, company goal, the business model, and also my company competence, and as the unique selling point. So therefore, I work out as not just only as a design studio, but also as a brand, as a fashion brand to demonstrate the whole solution and the concept from design, from creative design. So therefore, you'll find that I'm not just count myself as a designer, but I'm also count myself as a social innovator, from design to the industry and also to the community. So I think that some people think of that sustainable fashion is just only about materials. So therefore, for myself, that my company is not just about materials, but also about the communities. It's maybe because of the COVID-19, that the pandemic, people are locked down in their local country. So therefore, then we cannot have a chance to go outside. As at the very beginning, I said my brand is supposed to go international, but therefore, I think of that how to make it survive. Meanwhile, and I also have another background that because I'm a volunteer for more than 20 years as a youth developer that help the NGO to develop the youth and like skill development. So therefore, it's enhanced me to have a concept to bring my business model, not just only on materials, but also about the people. So therefore, you will find that my first collection, although it's just only at the very beginning, it's talking about the materials, but afterward I will share more about another project called Look Who Do Good. Actually, it's about the project of sustainability. So then let's go back to VISSI. Actually, VISSI is a sustainable fashion brand. And at the very beginning, we work on with the supply chain, because if we think of that as the name itself is revisit. We want to revisit whatsoever from the industry, with the stakeholder, and also with yourself, with our wardrobe, and also the whole planet that to revisit, because you may know that fashion is the second polluted industry. So then we co-create and collaborate with different stakeholders in the industry, not just only on fabric supplier, but also the manufacturer. And also we're trying to connect with the community and engage the local women to help us to develop our own products. So then apart from we collect the materials from the supply chain, like we have so lucky that we have the support from those, like we own the fabric supplier that they donate their stock fabrics or the leftover fabric swatch. And meanwhile also have the supplier that actually they are the manufacturer. They have their sample development samples that they supposed to dispose of, that we collect them and then to give our own design. So apart from that, we also consider that how to integrate our design into technologies, but maybe we think of that is just very simple, like a way to give the new design. But for us, actually, is another meanings that is talking about the customization. Like on 2019, that we have the collaboration with Brother, the garment printer, to make the sample, to make the design one by one, one-on-one. So therefore, we consider that it's not just only to given concept that on design, but also about inventory issue, because you may know that inventory is also another pain point for the industry, that so many retailers that they still keeping their stock. I guess they still can have the stock to sell in the coming 5 to 10 years. So I'm thinking of that. So therefore, we think of collaborating with garment printers that to give the design one-on-one. So apart from that, we also think of that how to collaborate with the supply chain. So then we work with the supplier that they can do the pattern print with the biodegradable ink. And apart from all with the supply chain, then go back to our strength is about design. So apart from all those materials and the products, that we also have our own design every season, that to give some solution, not just on just like a pattern design or a fabric design, but also our design is always telling like multi-styling, that you can wear it in many different ways, so that you can wear it in different occasions. So it's so lucky that at 2019 we first launched our collection, that we have also launched our collection at center stage at Hong Kong Convention Center, have our fashion show. And at the same years that we got the reward from quite a lot of different design award. It's just because actually at the very beginning we're planning to bring our collection to international. So suppose after the Fashion Week then in Hong Kong, we will bring this to international. But because of the pandemic, therefore we just stopped our plan. But at that moment that we are already engaged with like those international buyers like Pom Tom, Lafayette, Tom Graham Stowe, international select shop. But so therefore we strive to want to demonstrate our concept. So we keep our works on giving design to design awards. So at 2020 we got like international design award. We got even like quite surprised as is the Fashion of the Years. And also in like Vector Design, we got is the Best of the Best, and also like in about the award from Italy is A Design Awards. We got the Green Design Award in bronze, and also the Hong Kong, the Design Federation Award, we got the Bronze Award. So I think if talking about VISSI, that we just talking about materials and the design, because we benchmark our design. Our business is on products and design, but afterwards, then because of the issue, the pandemic of 2020, then we think of start to think of our supply chain, because it's really difficult for us to connect with whatsoever the factory and also our buyers. So then at the moment, we start to have another project called Look Who Do Good. So I guess, as Dr. Chris Noah also mentioned that, the first look is very important, because I guess for the consumer that they will think of that the first initiative is because of the design, but not your wellness towards the brands or towards the product. So therefore, we developed this project is about want to empower the community, empower whatever is the fresh grad student or the retired people in our industry, and also those professions that like work as a co-create the shared value to work out this project. So then you will find that Look Who Do Good actually is just like a project, but it's integrated into Revisionary Design Studio. It can be like a team to deliver service, like with a concept to like with a co-create, and also with the empowerment concept that to carry out the whole program. Meanwhile, we also have our team to help to support to work out our whole fashion collection. So then, if talking about Look Who Do Good, that from our team, we have so interesting that we have the volunteer parks, because we think of that we want to have educational approach to deliver our concept. So therefore, apart from we are the design and we are the design team, and we also have difference from the retired, maybe the production director, or maybe the retired boss from my ex-company, and even those all experts from the industry go together to work out the project. So then on the second season at 2021, that we first launched our collection, not just only on fabrics, but also with the community engagement. So you'll find that our project is like through our creative design and our creative practice to transform to sustainability. It's not on materials, and also integrate with the training to the fresh grad student, and also we invite the retired pattern maker and also the profession from our industry to give the whole design process from the development. So same as before that we have our leftover fabric swatch then to work out our design. So and finally we also give more than about 15 workshops that free of charge to the local women, then to trying to engage them and select some of them that who still interested into our project, and to carry on and work out the whole collection. So apart from that, we also have our educational part. We have our design concept that integrate into light work as a system to demonstrate into light work as an art workshop that to demonstrate to the student that understand the fabrics and also the sustainable fashion and also the community that's all go in together as like a program to let them understand sustainable fashion. So this is the last season collection that we launched at center stage, that we have our fashion show and also have our showcase that demonstrate our work and also the artworks that from the local women and the student. Actually, it's a quite meaningful program that finally we found. We not just found that we got quite a lot of inquiry after work and also got quite a lot of good feedback, even those like actually this program have been supported by SIE Fund. So therefore, we got quite a lot of good feedback from them. Also, we all share the happiness around the team and even the engaged people. So this is the fashion show we launched. And also we invited those local women who joined as part of our team member then to work out the whole collection. So lucky that last year we also got another design award, the Mills Design Award of the Platinum Award and the Gold Award about sustainable fashion. So actually that's it for my sustainable fashion journey, but what I can tell right now, we not just only work on as a design studio to serve those corporate clients, work out and provide the textile solution, design solution to help them to integrate their products into another way, like in the ESG approach and SDGs approach. But meanwhile, we also have some meaningful projects still working on, like as work local do good, that we engage the local women. If those corporate, they willing to, like as a co-create partner, that to spend effort together, then we will work on this. Like this is one of the projects that we work with YWCA, and our part is give the design, we give the creative design in practical way to help the elderly using apron when they are during the meals. But meanwhile, also have the support from Swire Property to support the whole program, to like donor to support them to purchase all those sustainable materials, the fabrics, and also the local women. So this is another example that we are just finished the program with K11. Actually, it's a program not just only on fabric materials. Actually, it's also like about social inclusion program that we engage with them, even with their staff together, to hand in and work together to work out the whole products, the whole process. So this is my presentation and the sharing about my sustainable fashion journey. So thank you.